Alrighty, Donna. This is a theme that we have today, and the theme is all of the fallout from Monday's Blue Origin spaceflight. Wendy's has apparently entered the chat.
Okay.
After the Twitter account from Pop Crave posted a picture of Katy Perry and said, hey, she's returned from space, Wendy's, as in home of the square hamburger, the restaurant Wendy's, they dropped in a comment and said, can we send her back? Like, bro.
Wow, that's aggressive.
I don't know what's going on there, but it didn't end there. Because then Kesha, she decided to jump in on this as well by posting a picture of herself smiling while drinking from a Wendy's cup.
Oh.
Kesha did not caption the photo, so no one can be 100% certain that it was a dig at Katy Perry.
It definitely was, because Katy Perry worked with Dr. Luke on her last album.
That's right.
Who she had, obviously had a lot of problems with.
All right, so you got Wendy's. That's the real takeaway for me.
I know.
I just don't know why Wendy's, and they've long had a funny Twitter account. I just don't understand why they're jumping in with, can we send her back? That's like a little aggressive, Wendy's. Anyway, Emily Ratajkowski. Is that how you would say her name?
I wouldn't say it.
You all know Emily. You know the one we're talking about. She is a model, among other things. Well, she went on social media, and this is her. I want you to listen to what she had to say about this Blue Origin flight that the ladies went on earlier this week.
A space mission this morning. This is beyond parody. Thing that you care about Mother Earth and you're going up in a spaceship that is built and paid for by a company that's single-handedly destroying the planet. Look at the state of the world and think about how many resources went into putting these women into space. For what? I'm disgusted.
Okay,
there's a take.
There's Emily Ratajkowski. Her take on that. So I was like, boy, she seems awfully principled. What do you think of her argument there?
I don't know enough about space exploration to have a strong opinion, if I'm being honest. I mean, I think they are trying. Aren't they going to reuse the capsule? But it uses a lot of probably energy, fuel.
Yeah,
I don't know. If they're just going for a ride and they're not doing any research,
Well, that's what that was.
Yeah.
It was just a ride. But you also appreciate that you need to do things like that to kind of push it forward. And if space tourism, if someday we inhabit some other planet, or, they already have a plan to try to have people living out their days on Mars, then you kind of need to do some of these things. But I get where she's coming from. This reminds me of when Joaquin Phoenix a number of years ago was at the Golden Globes.
Yes.
And essentially it was like, hey, you know how we all tell everybody that they need to care about the earth and we care about the environment? How many people came here on a private jet tonight? And it was, I thought, a fair criticism to make, because you can't just turn a blind eye.
Well, especially if you're the person preaching.
Right.
That's so hypocritical.
Yes. And Hollywood listen, we love Hollywood, but they get a little preachy about whatever they're passionate about at that current awards cycle.
Right.
And so I thought it was a fair criticism to make. I'm just surprised that there's been all of these stories. So now you have Wendy's makes beef with Katy Perry. Kesha jumps on top of that. Emily Ratajkowski says the whole thing was a waste of time, energy, and resources. Now, here is Gayle King, astronaut Gayle King, responding to all of the haters.
I really resent that people are calling it a ride. We duplicated the trajectory of Alan Shepard's flight back in the day. No one called that a ride. A ride sounds frivolous. It sounds insignificant. This was a bona fide flight. So, I say, have you been to space? Have you seen what Blue Origin does to get these machines up, get them up and get them down? with the precision that they do. I'm sorry there are haters. There's always going to be haters.
Well, a flight is a ride, ma'am. I mean, isn't it? You're hitching a ride.
Sure.
I'm going from New York to LA on a flight. Guess what? That's called a ride.
Yeah.
I don't know. I
kind of
see
think that
both
was the wrong
sides.
angle to take for Gail. I feel like maybe the better angle is if I was on her PR team, I'd say, here's what we say. I get it. I get that there's been all sorts of blowback. And when there's anything this big that happens, all sorts of opinions will be voiced, which I understand.
Yes.
But it was an honor to be asked to be a part of something that we think is just the beginning of a breakthrough for space travel, as crazy as it sounds. And it gave me a brand new perspective on life on Earth or something about looking down at Earth.
Sure,
you
sure.
You know, you need a speechwriter, but you get it.
Yeah. Yeah. All right. I mean, the one takeaway from this Blue Origin ride is that people are likening it to like a being one with everyone and like having this feeling, like this deep kind of, what's the word I'm looking for?
I wish I knew.
It was a deep experience for them when you think about the universe as a whole.
Sure. Oh, I can only imagine the perspective that you get.
Yeah.
Literally and metaphorically.
Right.
Now, some of the beef from this Blue Origin flight have been some of the things that, like, I guess that this all-female team was showing while they were in orbit. Like Lauren Sanchez, the fiance of Jeff Bezos, the guy who runs Blue Origin and Amazon, etc. She held up a stuffed animal, and it was like, oh, that's cute, but it was a character from her book. Okay, so is she just trying to sell us stuff? Then Katy Perry, I guess, holds up a butterfly shape with words written on it. People are thinking, is this like meaningful quotes? No, it was her set list for her upcoming tour, according to the internet. So that didn't help that people were like,
sure.
Was it a really big promotional thing for you, for your book, for your tour, etc.?
Right.
I don't know.
Good point.
Would you go? Would you go if Jeff Bezos called you today and said, Donna, we want to send you up. You'll be back on the ground within 30 minutes.
I would not, but if you wanted to, I would support it and be like, cool, that's great.
What would keep you from saying yes?
I'm just, it's scary. It just feels very like not a lot under you and you're going really far away.
The launch is what would scare me.
Yeah. And it's heights, the fear of heights and just being in a little egg. I don't know.
The thrusters underneath it all too. I mean, the fire that has to happen to get you into the sky.
Yeah, me no likey that.
Me no likey either.
And the landing, like randomly in a weird deserty place. I don't know. Yeah. It's all scary. All right. Anyway, good luck on your flight. Or I'm sorry, your ride.
Thank you. Oh, no, don't get Gail mad at us.